Hello, good evening, and what a day today. I'll tell you what we've been doing is today is in the southwest. I live in the southwest of England, as you know, and we've been having some hot weather and some cold weather. And went out the other day on my mobility scooter because I've got a mobility scooter, and guess what happened to me? I went right into a bush because the sun was out of my eyes and I just went right into a bush. But never mind, you don't want to hear all the stuff that I got up to. Okay, tonight I've got him back. Yes, it's our number one guy. It's Eddie V. Hello, Eddie. How are you?
Hello, Steve. Nice to be here again.
Yes. So how's things going? All right.
Well, still not had a gig. I haven't done a proper gig since March. So apart from that, it's all right. We've passed on my live shows. It was our 678th live show today, so that's pretty good. There's not many people that have done that as show nearly every day for the last two
Yeah.
years.
Well done. Well done. It must be
Thanks.
challenging being at home all the time, and just kind of waiting for more work to come in.
It is. It just seems weird when you're used to playing to audiences of I played to audiences of up to 20,000, and at the moment, I'd be glad if I could just get a nice pub gig with half a dozen in.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, have you got anything lined up, or no? There's nothing at all at the moment.
There's one or two possibilities, but and I've got a couple of private parties, but that's practically going into next year anyway. So it's very strange. I mean, Elvis week, not anniversary of Elvis's death in August. I'm normally out the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all 4 days, and today I was stuck at home. This year I was stuck at home for every one of them. Not one gig on Elvis
Yeah,
anniversary, which is so weird, you know.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
everybody normally wants Elvis on, so.
Of course, because at the end of the day, when because it's Elvis and what all this like, what's going on now. But the trouble is, so Elvis, I was looked at a survey the other day about Elvis. In all the pubs and the clubs in this country, it's number one entertainment.
Well, it is. It is.
Yeah, yeah,
What's the first thing to do? We'll get a tribute act. So we'll get Elvis first, and then see how that goes. If Elvis goes, well, we'll book some others. If they put an Elvis act on, it don't go very well. Then they're a bit stumped as what to do next. But Elvis, they put Elvis on because they know the audiences love Elvis.
yeah, yeah. There's some acts out there, that don't work for some, and I believe that if you get an Elvis tribute artist in who is quite good as yourself, that then that's a night's entertainment, isn't it? Really, good
Yeah,
entertainment.
yeah. I mean, people just love Elvis, and a lot of Elvis acts now. They do other bits and pieces as well, so they can do an Elvis tribute and do some other stuff as part of it. Um,
So
Obviously, I
what do
do.
you,
I'm a multi tribute, but Elvis is the main man. I mean, I do over 100 Elvis songs,
right?
whereas most of my other acts, I'm lucky if I do about a dozen. So
So what's
I
your
do
other
quite a
act
few. I do
then?
quite a few Cliff Richard. Hi. Yeah, I do.
So what's your other
Yeah.
act? Is it Cliff Richard? Is it?
Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah. What other acts do you do then? Is it
Yeah, I
Cliff
do
Richard?
Cliff Richard. I do Billy Fury, Roy Orbison. Have I missed any? Billy Fury, Roy Orbison, Cliff Richard. And then I do things from I do like 70s tributes with acts like Mud and Sweet, T Rex. Um, but yeah, mainly. Oh, and Tom Jones, of course. I do a bit of a Tom Jones set as well. And
Right.
even
Okay.
now, I'm working on a bit of Rod Stewart because Rod Stewart seems to be doing okay. Um,
Yeah.
but mainly it's Elvis, Cliff, Roy Orbison, and Buddy Holly. They're the sort of the top four.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you getting on with your Facebook sites? Are they? Is it growing on your Facebook?
Is what ruined?
No, is it? Sorry, not ruin. Is it growing? Sorry, it's your
Oh, is it
Facebook.
growing? Oh well,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I maxed out on. I got the full 5,000 about a year or so ago of fans and followers, and I have about 1,500 followers as well as the maxed out friends. So And the show's getting an average of between 1,500 and 3,000 every day now. Whereas when I started, I was getting 200 to 300. So
that's quite good,
completely
isn't it?
different. Yeah. My Elvis special, my lower Elvis special, got about 7,000 views, which was the other Sunday, and that went really well. So
yeah, that was quite good. That was really good. That was
yeah.
Well done.
Yeah,
well
we're hoping to do another. I'm maybe going to do an evening with Elvis or Elvis in person or one of the more famous shows that he did next, just to keep the Elvis fans on side. You know, sometimes you just want to do things that aren't Elvis, obviously, but when you're a world record holder and you've been on TV and done everything else and met all the Elvis guys, you know, I mean, I've met Sonny West and all the TCB band. I've worked with them and other friends of Elvis, you know, people that have met Elvis and met me. I've met Elvis and I've met Eddie V. What a claim to fame! Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever met Elvis's wife then?
No, I came close. I was meant to be at this event. At the last minute, I got a booking which paid a lot more than the event. The event was like, shall I go? Shall I not go? But when I got a good paying job, I decided I wouldn't go. And she was there doing a same sort of thing, like a guest appearance. So, but yeah. I mean, you know, she's Priscilla. She's not really Elvis. Elvis is what it's about. She didn't do the music. It's the music I'm interested in. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like Mindy. I speak to Mindy quite a lot. You know, one of Elvis's girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I speak to her quite a bit, and yeah, she's quite nice. Anyway, what's your first song for tonight then? Everybody's asking for a song.
Well, we'll like an Elvis one.
Right.
Just bear with me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So, just put a message on me back with you. Can't see a thing here.
Yeah, let's get some.
I've got people messaging. Have we got some people messaging that?
Yeah.
Here. Oh, hello, Rachel.
Yeah, I'm bringing them up now. Yeah.
Can Rachel tell Marlena that the show's actually started? Hello, Rachel.
Yeah.
Marlena
Rachel
doesn't know that the show started. She's just messaging me while we're on here.
Okay, Rachel, the show has started. Can you tell Marlena, please? There you go. Oh yeah, Jacqueline.
I think I'm.
Oh yeah, Jacqueline, Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Oh yeah, Rachel. Bad connection. Yeah, we've had some problems lately with our channel, but hopefully it's better now than what it was.
Oh well, Rachel Adams has a bad connection all the time. I think she does it differently. She lives in Cornwall like you, so
yeah.
Cornwall's famous for bad connection.
Oh,
right. We'll try this one, which I performed this in my show this afternoon. It's a very popular one. Forever, my darling, I'll be true. Always and forever, I'll love only you. Just promise me, darling, your love in return. Read fire in my soul, dear, forever burn. Though my heart said you command me to keep on and to know, make him happy is my desire. Keep it my goal. I'll forever love you for the rest of my days. I'll never find wrong you or your loving way. Just promise me, darling, your love in return. Leave it fire in my soul, dear, forever burn. All right. Oh, we got Marlena there, have we? Well done. Thank you very much. But my heart says your command is to keep my control. Making you happy, my desire. Loving you is my goal. I'll forever love you for the rest of my days. I'll never part from you or your loving ways. Just promise me, darling, your love in return. May the fire in my soul be forever burn. Woo! Oh. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you. There we go. That was lovely.
That was lovely. Um, are you all right?
Yeah, yeah. I just realised I haven't put any power on. I didn't want my phone suddenly crashing on us. So
Okay. You're the as you go out and do Elvis. Some people will say to you, "Oh, you know, why do you want to do Elvis all the time?" And you know, because some people like Elvis, some people don't. Right? Do you understand what I'm
yeah,
trying to say? Yeah. And when you're dressed up in the
yeah.
costumes, do you ever get people taking a mick out of you while you're dressed up?
Well, I did Elvis for about 14 years before anybody ever made a comment about the costume. And then I said, you know, why are you going down dressed in a... Well, I think it was when onesies became popular. People said, you know, you're going out dressed as Elvis in an Elvis onesie, you know, things like that. It's a
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
strange. But
yeah,
the point is, the Elvis costume, especially the jumpsuits, they are designed to enhance all your moves. They're the perfect stage costume. They show off your body. They
yeah,
hide all the floppily bits and the wobbly bits because they're sort of encased in the way the costume stretches. But then they also have all the bits and pieces on the arms and on the legs so that when you do the moves, everything's
yeah,
enhanced and everybody can see moves much better. The first time I ever saw a video of myself as Elvis, what's only filmed on a stage show, I couldn't believe how awful it looked because I thought I was really moving and grooving and giving it some. But it hardly looked like I was moving at all. So by watching myself on video, I then realised how I had to do it so that it looked right.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then you got to really work hard. There's a lot of movement, you know, going on behind the scenes, behind the costume to keep everybody thinking that you're moving. Because otherwise, you can just wear a jumpsuit and look like you're not doing anything. Any artist who does Elvis and stands still when they sing looks really still. It can be like a statue.
yeah, yeah. Mm.
Sorry, I'm being
Yeah,
a statue. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But see, the
So,
trouble is, though, you know, it's like the costumes. You know, they must be expensive. You know, to
well,
buy.
well, you can buy basic costumes, basic replica costumes from about £200 now, which I think is a lot of money anyway. Some people think
Right.
it's for nothing, but £200 is a lot of money. But your proper copy, I mean, you'll pay £200 for a decent belt and around £2,000 for a decent costume. So when you see these guys walking down the street with all the costumes and all the makeup on, you're thinking, wow, you're looking at about maybe £2,500 walking down the street, you know. I mean, I'd
Mm.
never understood why Elvis costumes are so expensive because basically a length of material costs you about £15 for a suit
Yeah.
length of material. You know, for most, £15 will get you enough material to lap your body twice. So then you're just paying for the cutting out and the gems and things putting on. So you would still think you wouldn't expect to pay, depending how time consuming it is, you wouldn't expect to pay more than maybe £200 for an outfit. But when you're seeing these people charging 2,000, I mean, they are ridiculously overpriced. But a
Yeah.
lot of people just want them, and if people can get away with charging that, then other people will pay it. You know, if you want the best materials, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, my friend Jim Santana has 25 costumes, so he goes through some stuff.
Gosh.
Yeah, yeah, and he keeps shrinking, so he weighed a bit more a few years ago than he does now, so he has to keep buying new slimmer outfits because he keeps losing all this weight. I've decided not to keep losing so much weight, so I don't have to buy any more outfits. I am due a new. I am due a new one. I am due a new one.
Where do you get them to then? Do you get them from America or from the
No,
UK?
there's the guy that I use is a guy who provides a lot of the costumes for shows like Britain's Got Talent and X Factor and all stuff like that. A lot of TV shows, and that's a guy called Neil who works at Stagewear, which is in Rotherham. And Stagewear provides all these stuff, mainly for blokes. He doesn't do many costumes for women, but
Right.
he supplied some of the most, like Freddie Starr and people like that. He did all the costumes for. He provided them for Jedward when they did the Eurovision Song Contest. And like for most of the males on the X Factor finals, again, he did all the costumes for them. So
Yeah. Ah. Um. Also, what I was going to say to you, when you do concerts and all these concerts and the gigs when you go out, do you have
yeah.
somebody to help you with all your equipment or?
Oh yeah, I have a roadie. Yeah, well
Yeah,
for
you
one
have a
thing, I
roadie.
don't drive.
Yeah.
I don't drive at all, so I have a roadie there anyway to get me from A to B. But usually my roadie is not just a driver; he also, depending on how good they are, they'll carry the gear in, set it all up for you, and I just turn up and sing. But
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
I've got to set the gear up. Sometimes I've got to carry it in as well and pack it up at the end of the show. So
Mm.
I
What
try
is the
not to be a one-man band. I try to do a really good show and then hopefully pay my roadie that little bit extra that they'll do all the unpacking and things. But yeah, it makes a difference. I find it hard to imagine people going out and just doing stuff on their own and turning up at gigs alone. It must be a bit of a lonely journey, especially if you're driving maybe 200 miles to do a show. It's a long time to be
Yeah.
on your own after a show, coming back at night.
Yes.
And
I
it's
know
always nice
somebody
to
does
talk
it.
about
Mm.
It's always nice to talk about the best bits of the show afterwards as well. So you can say,
Yeah.
"Oh, that woman in the audience. Oh, if you'd seen her." Wasn't it great when they were all singing Trilogy and crying and
Mm. Well,
all sorts of things.
I've been told that you were being wolf whistled at. People were chucking things at you on stage because you were that good.
Oh, I do. I get flowers. The most strange thing is people bring gifts to Elvis acts. If they know you, I get loads of presents bought to shows. Plates, cups, calendars, books, magazines, videos, flowers, records, CDs.
Yeah.
DVDs.
Yeah.
People just
Oh,
say, "Eddie, we'd love you to have this. We'd love you to have this." One of the rarest things I've got is Elvis. Elvis used to be like a sheriff and go around. He liked to be like a sheriff and a police sheriff
yeah.
around a lot of the states, and he liked to collect badges. And I've actually got an original Elvis um, identity card showing Elvis as a sheriff of a particular place, and it's all sealed. Somebody gave me that as a gift, and that must be worth a few bob now because it is an authentic Elvis one. It did belong to Elvis.
Mm.
So there you go.
Yeah. There you go, baby. I want you to
But yeah, we
watch.
do get lots of presents and things, and as well as drinks. People buy lots of drinks as well. Can you sing Blue Suede Shoes? I'll buy you a pint. Yeah, of course I will, mate. Thank you.
Yeah. I want you to watch this video and tell me what's going on here.
That's the wonder of There's a house of Yorkshire women waiting up there. They're all fighting to heaven again. I guess the devil will love to stay. Viva Las Vegas! Viva! Now oh, now everybody! I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of
How good that was.
That was good, wasn't it? Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
playing at Leeds. What it was, I was on tour with the Pigeon Detectives, who were #1 in the charts with their album and single at the time. Well, #1 in the album charts, I think about #10 in the singles charts.
yeah.
And the record company put this on, and I was like the support act. And that was at Leeds Town Hall in front of about 3,000 fans. It was an
All right.
absolutely brilliant night. The fans, they said, if you go down front, you know, just watch out because the fans will get a bit. And when I thought, well, no, I'll just go and have a peek through the doorway and watch a bit of the other acts. And the fans just went absolutely mad. They had to get security to pull all the fans off me. Really weird. You know, literally,
Yeah,
Eddie,
yeah.
it was so
They were going,
strange.
Eddie, 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 weren't they?
They
Yeah,
literally ran up screaming, it's Eddie, you know, unreal.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was a fabulous night, 3,000 fans. And it got, I haven't actually got somewhere there is a complete professionally shot video of the show. They had 6 cameras there. They had £1 million stage lighting system. £1 million, all that stage lighting. Unbelievable. It went right up to the roof, did everything. Took them a full day just to set it up. And they filmed the whole show professionally, but I still haven't seen the actual movie footage because I contact. They give me a card, said this. Get in touch with these people, and they'll send you the footage of the show, and all professionally shot with 6 cameras. You can see the women on the other footage. You can see the women jumping over the barriers and being chucked back over again by the security guards because the security barriers right at the front of the stage, and they're literally coming over. As fast as they were coming over, the security guards were chucking them back over. Go on, get out, you know. But yeah, it was an amazing show, and a highlight. It's a shame I didn't get much better footage. Most of the footage that I've got there is what the fans have sent us of the rehearsal and of the live clips.
Yeah, yeah. That was quite good, really good. I watched it. I think it's about a few days ago, and I thought, oh God, is he getting knickers chucked at him and everything? You know what I mean?
Shoes. What they do at gigs now is they tend to throw a shoe, not 2. They'll throw a shoe, and the idea is that you've got to find that fan to give them the shoe back, or they've got an excuse to come to you to get the shoe back, and they do that at a lot of gigs now. You know. I never heard of it before. I thought it was a wind-up. I said, no, somebody's just chucked a shoe at me. They said, no, this is what they do. They chuck shoes at you, and then they come and ask for the shoe back, and it's an excuse to meet you, you see, and get your autograph and have a photo.
Well, there you go. There you go. Hello? Hello? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. Are you going to play?
This is technology at its best.
Yeah. What's the next song you're going to play then?
I don't know. Let me have a look. I'll do something from a film that's popular. How about a bit of Follow That Dream, which is a popular one?
Yeah, I like that song.
Gotta find someone whose heart is free. It's my dream. It's all up.
Did you like that one, Steve?
Brilliant. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello to those on there, Steve on there, and Jenny's on there, and everybody else. Hello to everybody that's tuned in. I'm not ignoring you, honestly.
Shamey is so hungry. Yes,
You're
we
all
all.
hungry.
Yeah, they're all hungry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I ain't had any food since dinner time. I ain't had my tea yet.
And yeah.
So
You
no. I
know
like
they
to
do
burn it off a bit doing the moon.
you know these shows you do. You do them about seven times a week. You do these shows. I don't know if I asked you before, but how did your wife cope?
I shouldn't come to them.
No.
Oh, do you mean the daytime shows?
Yeah.
When I do the daytime shows, she's at work, and when I do my proper shows, she's at home. So she
Right,
misses
okay.
them. She used to come to them many years ago, but not been now for about 20 years, I don't think. So
Yeah.
odd ones if it's a special event or a family event, but generally no, she don't bother. She's seen it
No.
all, she's done it all, she met all the celebrities and all the stars, all the movie stars, all the pop stars. Then she just got bored with it. So see, I don't mind meeting celebrities.
Yeah. Did you ever do any TV together then?
Oh yeah, hours of it.
Yeah.
So we were all over the newspapers everywhere. There's tons of stuff. We were in every single newspaper, like all the dailies. Even the Financial Times did a story about us.
Yeah, I know.
We did Vanessa, we did Trisha, we did this morning, we did I can't think of the other, like a Sky News special it was. We did another couple of programs called Family Matters. We've done 3 documentaries. Or she's been on the documentaries with us. Family Matters, Family Confidential, and Elvis is a House Husband, I think. Something like that. Anyway, there's about 3 there. We did another one called Without Prejudice. I am trying to find these TV clips and post them up for people actually on my Facebook page. So it is coming gradually. We've literally just
Yeah.
showed it. If you remember the I keep disappearing. I was a Jeopardy 5 times champion, UK champion. They made me to go to America to perform as UK champion.
Yeah,
I realised I won't get on an aeroplane, so they had to bring somebody else.
You did walk on the aeroplane, did you? Hello?
We're getting.
Yeah, we're losing sound all the time. Hello? Are you still there?
This is called.
Right, okay. We seem to have lost Eddie, but he'll be back. You know,
Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back.
I never went away. I never went away with you.
Oh, was it me? Was it?
Yeah,
It's just.
I was still there.
Oh, it's just the. I think what's been happening. It's kind of like going crazy and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not using TalkTalk for your internet, are you?
No. I use for my internet. I use Sky for my internet.
You need BT. BT is the best. Totally reliable.
I will get Busby to make sure that you sent. Do you remember Busby years ago? BT.
I actually did when they did an advert for BT and Busby and Yellow Pages. I actually did a promotional show, not as Elvis, because I used to be a DJ, and we did a promotional show with Busby, all dressed up and walking around these venues and giving out Yellow Pages leaflets. See, they're stopping doing Yellow Pages as well now, so it's all stopping.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Because everything's on computer now. See?
Yeah. Well, the Yellow Pages is, I think, it's just called Yellow now, and it's
Yeah,
so.
that's it, isn't it?
So
Anyway,
it's strange.
yeah. So,
But when
are you still there? Right.
became,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. What other song are you
Try again.
What other song are you gonna sing now then?
You want to do another song?
Yeah.
Let me have a look. Let me have a look what's in the Elvis shed here.
If you've got any questions for Eddie, send them in, and we're kind of like, we'll answer them. We've got another 15 minutes left. So if you've got
All
any
right.
questions, so if you've got any questions, please let me know.
Right, we'll try this one, which is a popular one. Are you still there? Yeah.
I'm still here. Don't worry.
Try the phone. Here we go. There was a night, one night it was really was such a night. The moon was bright, all bright was a little one, such a night. The night was bright, with the dollars above. Ooh, when she kissed me, I had to fall in love. Really was a kid, ooh, I really was. Oh, why did you just a drive of the wind, baby, fire. I remedy, and I really miss the time. But I can't love the love and sweet surrender. How will I remember? I'll always remember. Oh, what a night, ooh, what a night, it was really was such a night. Came and gone, and my mind and my love and the night was gone. But I'll never forget the kiss in the moonlight. Ooh, such a kiss, and such a night. It was a night, ooh, what a night, it was really was such a night. Came and gone, and the heart and the love and the night is gone. Well, I'll never forget the kiss in the moonlight. How will I remember? I'll always remember. That night, ooh, what a night, it was really was such a night. When we kissed, I fall in love. But I can't love the love and sweet surrender. How will I remember? I'll always remember. That night, ooh, what a night, it was really was such a night. When we kissed, I fall in love. Well, she's gone, gone, gone. Yeah, she's gone, gone, gone. And she's gone, gone, gone. And my love was gone. Was it gone and gone? Yes, it's gone and gone. And she's gone and gone. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, such a
Well done. Well done.
There we go.
Well done. There you go.
Did we get some questions? I've seen Rachel Wheatland's put something up, which is a nice comment.
Yeah, yeah. What's the highest capacity you played in?
Highest capacity. Well, I played a football stadium, and I
Yeah.
think we had about 15,000 in at that. But I do a lot of open air events where I played up to 20,000 at rock and roll festivals, and I do the Race for Life, which is also they have a big stage up, and we have thousands at the Race for Life doing that. And Other than that, yeah, you're averaging somewhere between 60 and 150 at an ordinary show, maybe in a pub or a club. But strange enough, the pubs seem to be so much busier than the clubs at the moment. The pubs are far better venues to play. It's just because it seems to get nicer audiences in the pubs who haven't come just for bingo, you know.
Yeah. That's the trouble with social clubs, isn't it? All right, game of bingo, and they all after the bingo they all run out, don't they? They all rush out,
Yeah,
and there's only about
yeah.
3 or 4 people away.
Yeah. Oh, is that the last house? So I'm going to go for my buzz. Hey, it's only 10:30, mate. We don't finish till midnight. Come back.
Yeah. You've got the entertainment on next.
Yeah. Yeah. He can off as well.
He can catch the bus. Right.
Yeah.
Are there any gigs that you weren't paid at?
Any gigs that I've not been paid at?
Yeah. Have you done
No.
any gigs? Have you done any gigs and no one paid you?
No. I got
No.
gigs where I get paid a bit extra, quite a lot actually. In fact, I did one gig and they said, "Can you do 20 minutes? We'll have a whip round." And the whip round got me 150 quid, which was quite good just for a whip round. I couldn't believe it. So yeah. And I do get tips, 50 quids, 100 quids. The biggest tip, in fact, the biggest tip I've had is 150 quid as well. Somebody said, "Here, you're worth this extra money." And cause I charged them 350 quid for the show, and they said, "Well, the other act was going to be 500, so we'll give you that because you've been brilliant." So that's what I like to see, you know.
Good.
Now 500 quid seems like an immense dream that I had a long time ago.
Yeah,
It's just a dream. 500 quid. Did I really get it? Did I dream it? Whoa. When they're trying to get you to put 100 quid in a beer at the moment, which, you know, if I was 500 quid 4 years ago, then what should it be on now? It should be a lot more than that, but there you go.
While you're gigging, do you get free booze?
Yeah, usually. I don't drink a lot though. Most shows I'm lucky if I drink 2 pints because you're working.
Yeah.
And obviously drinking lager. Quite often I'll just have soft drinks, orange and water, and while I'm on stage, then I might just have a drink and maybe a vodka and lime to kill all the bugs. I'm a big believer in finishing off the night with a shot to kill all the bugs, because when you're kissing a lot of women at shows and inhaling all the stuff, then you know, and the men want to kiss as well sometimes, which can be awkward. Yes.
What's your most? What's your most embarrassing moment you had at a gig?
Basically, I did my big finish on American Trilogy, and I stretched my legs out like that, and turned around, went like that, spread my legs, and my costume just split right up the back. So I stood there with my arse hanging out, because I only had a little thong on as well. Sometimes I only have a thong. So it was a bit scary. You know, it looked like a cheese grater.
A cheese grater. You can see mine at the moment. Mine looks like a pumpkin, but never mind. Yes. I know someone who wants to kick it at the moment. Where's it to? All right, okay. Will you ever definitely be going to Graceland?
No, because I just won't get on a plane. If I get on a plane, it won't be a problem. I think I told you this before. I did get invited to the 25th anniversary by the officers there because I'd set the world record. And they said, "We'd love to have the world record over there." And I said, "Well, I can't come because I've got loads of bookings," which I did have loads of bookings. I was booked all that August solid anyway. But they wanted me to go across. And I said, "It's a lovely offer." But I didn't tell them that I won't go because I couldn't get on a plane. But it would have been nice when you saw the big names that were there, like U2 were there, I think, and some big American stars.
Yeah.
All doing tribute songs to Elvis in like a giant pyramid, I think it was. I think they call it the Pyramid Concert for the 20th anniversary, and I would have been there. Maybe sung one song, like they were talking about me singing "Can't Help Falling in Love," but I didn't do it, so I'll never know.
Yeah. Right.
So this is the problem when you don't find out. It's cost me thousands and thousands of pounds in work. I was offered a contract in Vegas in about 2000, and I think it was In 1994, I was offered a contract in Vegas, and then in about 2000, I was offered a contract in Vegas. And these were like for 6 months at a time with your own apartment and lots of money. They said there's lots of novices on the strip, but most of them only do about 12 songs. They said, we love the way that you do 20 or 30 songs and you know all the words. You know, you don't have to have a screen on or anything. We'd like to get you booked into our casino. We'll pay you about, I think the going rate was about $9,000 a week plus all your apartment. So
yeah,
that was pretty good.
Jenny Pierce, you know, like Jenny Pierce, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. She says she'll have to get you onto a plane. We'll have to do a collection, get you onto a plane.
Get me onto?
On an aeroplane.
Yeah, if they could, you know, I'm just so nervous. Knock Eddie out and get him on an aeroplane, yeah. Yeah, well, somebody else said that. They wanted me to be a resident in this hotel in Yugoslavia. And this woman was desperate. She said, you're the best thing I've ever seen. And she says, I will personally come over with you, give you the drugs before you get on the plane. and I will wake you up at the other end and you will be in Yugoslavia and then you can stop for the season, you know. But I didn't do it. And I've had a lot of offers to do Spain, Benidorm, Tenerife. So it's just wasted, really. I'm half tempted to do Tenerife because I want to go and sing with my mate Leslie Moore, who's over there. He's a great guy, and I think we'd work well together. I've been offered a villa in Spain with another singing friend, and he said, "Come stop in my villa." He said, "You can bring your missus over for holidays and things, and we'll do plenty of gigs together because he plays all the music as well, so he'd do all the backing." And as well as using backing tracks as well, you know, just a combined show of live and backing tracks, and that's another offer. So I do get plenty of offers. I've been offered work in Cyprus, and summer seasons in Yarmouth again.
All right, Sam.
We've got some there in Australia. There's something disconcerting about being all alone in the room and gigging like a maniac at the screen.
Okay.
Is that me or her?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I think she was talking about Rachel giggling like a maniac, not me. But I suppose if you're sat watching me and you think it's funny, it must be a bit weird. Well, so I suppose technically it's just like watching a comedy on telly. A lot of people think my shows are very serious, but if you've never seen my shows, or if you have ever seen my shows, you'll know that they certainly aren't serious. We have a real good laugh on the shows. A lot of interaction with the audience.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
You've watched it many times, haven't you, Steve? You must have watched at least 100 shows now.
Oh God, I love it. I love watching it. I think it's funny. I think it's really funny.
Yeah. And sometimes I don't try to be funny, but people just say you're so hilarious. I think, oh, what am I doing that's hilarious? But
yeah, people were saying to me the other day, why is he playing that bloody flute? You're the recorder the other day. Sorry, yeah. Oh, please don't. Oh. Yeah. There you go, Rachel. Rachel, there you go. What do you say? Yeah. What do you say to Eddie? Eddie, you're on his back. I won't tell you what she said about what you can do with it.
The point is, when I play a musical instrument over a track, it makes that track my track as well. So for copyright reasons, it's a good idea to put a bit of recorder on every track because I've added an instrument and therefore it's my version of that song.
Yeah.
And copyright's a big thing on Facebook. It could be next month if a lot of the lives get bad. I don't think they will do. I think somebody's misinterpreted.
Yes, that's what I was gonna come and ask you. How are you gonna manage that then?
I don't think it'll make any difference. I think people have just misread what's been said. I think a lot of people out there don't know what the rules are, and I've been abiding by the rules since I started about 2 years ago. And if you don't bother to find out what you're supposed to be doing, you know, and then suddenly you actually get sent a copy of the rules saying you should do this and should do that, or you'll get deleted. And if you don't know that's what you were supposed to have done in the first place. See, when you do this shows all very self-controlled and you obey all the rules, don't you? You see?
Yeah.
And I do in my shows. So
I've got Believe it or not, believe it or not, or I've got an edit. I've got someone behind me who tells me tells me, how long I've got and all that lot. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
people don't realise what goes into doing a show, do they? This is the thing.
no, it's difficult. Yeah, it's
Yeah, so
there
you've
you
got me in
go.
USA watching the TV. Hello, Edwin in the USA. Anyway,
Yeah,
when you
well
get
done.
that, I want to put that somewhere. Oh yes, well there we go.
Yeah.
So
Have
many
you
people
ever
want to have sex with my recorder.
have you ever made?
I think that's what they meant.
Don't start me up. Have you ever made your own song?
Oh yeah, that's what I did before I started singing. I used to be a composer. I once did a song for a lady. Got me some words. I said you need to put these some music to this and sing a version of it. And it was for a very well-known act, Michael Bolton. If you've heard of Michael Bolton, and he had
Yeah,
a new
yeah.
album out. And we did this song and we sent it off to Sony, who were looking for the songs. And it got voted down to the last 32 choices of what was going to be on his album. I was very excited then because his albums normally sell in the region of 10 million copies.
Yeah, I know,
So
yeah.
I thought, well, if I get 5p off every copy that's sold, that'll be awesome, But we just missed out by that much. So
Oh
it's a
no.
shame.
Yeah. What's that song called then?
It was somebody. It was a lady who was a Michael Bolton fan, and they said
Yeah.
Michael wanted some new songs for his album, and
Right.
Sony put a challenge out to invite new songwriters to enter. And I was told they got about 250 songs sent in or more, and mine made it to the last 32. And out of that 32, I think they picked 14 tracks for the album.
All right.
So, but I'll never know if he recorded it or if he enjoyed it. I never got told that, but it must have suited his style. So
You should got the royalties from it.
yeah, well, I'd love to. This is my next dream. I mean, I've had a #1 in the worldwide MP3 charts. My song "Face the World Again" got to #1 there, and a couple of tracks off my own CD got in as follow-ups, and also got to #1. But this was in the days before they'd figured out how to charge people for downloads. So my song was being downloaded at the rate of 120,000 downloads a week. And I had people like David Bowie and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers below me in the chart. And again, I never made any money out of it at all. It's a shame.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So I'm working on getting a song that'll actually make some money for me.
Yeah. It's a cutthroat business, isn't it?
It is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you cope with other kind of like, Elvis personators? You must get fed up with it, and it must be difficult to compete against other people.
Well, I'm the Yorkshire Elvis, so I don't really compete. I've won over 50 competitions before we did the big competition back in 2004. And when we did that, I thought, well, I ain't going to enter competitions anymore because now people know me as an organizer. They'll just accuse me of fiddling if I actually win another one. So I'm not going to go and enter a competition where they might accuse me of cheating to win it. So I do competitions now, and I've been in a couple of finals recently, but I don't enter as Elvis competitions. I sometimes enter as Elvis, but the general competitions are not just all Elvis competitions. So it gives me a chance to see can I beat these other people singing Elvis songs, or sometimes I'll go in a competition and not sing any Elvis, do something completely different, and see how I get. But I have made a couple of finals over the last 3 or 4 years, so it's all good. I can still do it.
Yeah, it's so difficult, isn't it? What have you got planned for the next week? Got anything going, or is it still the same?
At the moment, I'm just trying to get some work in, and I'm looking forward to somebody ringing me up and saying, "Can we book you ready for a party?" I think I might have one booked for you eventually.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for confirmation.
Yeah. So that'll be one booking I've got. I've got one to look forward to.
Yeah.
But like you say, we arranged to do a sort of a joint gig, me and another Elvis, and we were going to get together. And then they said, no, COVID's on, we still can't do anything. So we just wait to see what happens. So there's lots of people out there still want me though. I'm not short of demand. It's
I
just
know.
getting them to pay money. It's getting them to pay money now. That's the hard bit.
That's the trouble, though, isn't it? Many people, some people now are struggling because they lost all their jobs and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
if they think it's tough, imagine being a singer that hasn't earned anything since March and don't get any benefits, and think, that's quite a struggle. Rest of the family have been supporting me, to be honest. So it's been a very tight thing.
yeah, I
But it doesn't
know.
stop me
Yeah.
doing my charity work, and I have still raised nearly £2 million for charity as
Yeah, I
Elvis
was
over
gonna,
the
I
years.
was gonna ask you about that. How are you getting on with all your charity work?
Yeah, it's still there. I mean, I've done, I don't know, I must have done about 15 charity shows and fundraisers actually with the lives just since lockdown, with helping raise money for dogs and cats and old people and nurseries. So a lot of it's been online at the moment. But people, I still go out and do my bits and bobs that I do. I go visiting these places, care homes, and individuals who just want me to pop around and sing something for them. That's
Yeah.
charity. I don't get paid for that. That's
No, you
pure
don't. No.
charity, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do get my proper charity bookings and care home bookings as well. Which they don't pay massive sums out. You see, a care home booking always used to be a good little pay. I used to get £200 or £300 for about 40 minutes, and it was used to be a nice thing. But now a lot of the care homes seem to budget around £100 or even less.
Yeah.
Because of all the cutbacks and things.
My friend of mine.
Which, when you think how much it costs to stop in a care home, you pay £700 or £800 a week now to stop in a care home.
Please don't stop. Don't start me off about that. Don't start me off about that.
You're not going in one yet, Steve, are you?
Oh, not yet, not for me. But no, I was talking to somebody the other day on one of my shows about this, and I think it's disgusting. You've got that person saving up for a long time, thousands of pounds, I think, and all of a sudden they're going to care of, and they take their money away from them. That's disgusting. You know what I mean?
Well, this Tory government that's in now have changed the rules on that, so care homes can't snatch your houses anymore like they used to be able to. Yeah, and they have a maximum of what they can be paid, and then the care home have got to provide care once they've received so much money. So this is a massive help, because I know people that have paid £100,000 for a care home. £100,000, and if you think about it, that's like not even a year.
I know.
Ridiculous. £100,000 in less than a year for care. And not even excessive care. It wasn't a deluxe care home or anything like it. It was a pretty average care home.
Yeah.
So,
but my parents, thank goodness, but my mum's not here no more. But I still got my dad, and sometimes I worry because no way he's not going into a care home. No way. I've heard stories. I've seen things. No way. Anyway,
this is why I always say be nice to your kids, because they choose what care home you're going in.
yeah. Well, if you're doing my kids, they'll probably stick me on the heat or something.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just put me in a bin bag and fuck off, and go away nicely.
Yeah. Have you got any children then?
I've got 2 children and 2 grandchildren. So quite a few of them. I think they've all been on the show at one time or another. They all tend to come by and give a wave. Hi there. And of course, if you've seen the TV documentaries, you'll have seen them on them as well.
All right, okay.
I'll try and send you a couple of clips if you haven't seen them.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen them. No. Can you play a last song for me then, if that's all right?
I can, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, we're just about time to squeeze one in, haven't we? Right, hang on.
Yeah.
Let's try this one. We should try this. I think this is one of my favourite songs, in fact. So here we go. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, the candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I I believe, I believe the smallest breath can still be heard. I believe that someone in the grave somewhere is every word. Every time I hear you, will make me cry, or touch your wing, or see the sky. Then I know why I believe. Every time I hear it, you won't make me cry, or touch your wing, or see the sky. Then I know why
Well done.
Wow.
Thank you very much for
Love
that.
that song. Yeah, that's a
really
big finish.
lovely. That was really
Did you like
lovely.
that one, Rachel Whelan? Yeah, I bet she did.
Yeah, she loved it.
Well, she found that I will be. I'll be putting myself to sleep when I end up in care. Yeah, and she works in the care home, so she knows what they're like. She
Yeah,
works in a very nice care home, apparently. They're lovely stuff.
yeah. I've been wanting to talk to somebody about care. So if you're interested, Rachel, let me know about care homes. Thank you for the
Yeah, well, Rachel's the one to see. She's the expert. So if you want an expert on care homes to interview, you have to get Rachel.
Yeah, that's good.
If one of my parents dies, I will take the one that's left behind in my home. Well, yeah. We tried that, but my mum didn't want to come here. She said, I can't put up with your singing every day.
Is that why you got her? Is that why you got her in the loft now? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get on with your mother-in-law?
My mum, not my mother-in-law.
All right.
Yeah. My mother-in-law died a few years ago, so.
All right. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Well, it wasn't not fine, but
yeah. Just a question before you go. If somebody wants to go into the entertainment business like yourself, what do you suggest?
Do anything but go into entertainment. It's a lot tougher than people think. It's not just about learning a few songs on a karaoke machine and trying to sell your wares. You've got to be totally professional. You've got to know how to handle crowds. You know, you've got the travel, everything else. It's a tough world, and at the moment, it's nothing like the good paying job it used to be. So I would wait until things change a little bit, find out what happens. At the moment, I would say entertainment's the least thing you want to be in. I think the only people that are doing well at the moment tends to be comedians. So if you're a comedian, practice some jokes and you'll be all right.
Yeah. That's
Saying that,
good.
you've got to be careful about what you say as well.
Oh yeah, you get chucked off out, wouldn't you? Yeah. I am no expert. I'm just the housekeeper in the care home. It doesn't matter. I just want to ask some questions about care, basically. Some simple ones.
Well, like I said, I'd have a word with Rachel because she's well up on that. She can probably give you some behind the scenes knowledge. Mm-hmm. I've worked in a lot of them, and I've been in the health business for a few years. I did about 4 years working in a hospital. But I'm not really an expert. I couldn't tell you what pills go for what.
Yeah. Well, Eddie, thank you very much again. It goes so quick when you're on because I love it, and time goes so quick.
Yeah, and, it's always good. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you everybody that took time out to turn up and watch this. I know it'll be shared a little bit later on, and everybody will get to see what they missed. Yeah, and we apologise for the technical problems were nothing to do with me, by the way. It's all Steve's fault.
Yeah, blame it on me. Yeah. Jaylee sends her love, by the way. She said she's sorry that she can't be here tonight, but she's been away. She's been doing other things at the moment for the last few days. So
Well, I did miss her. I mean, you're very nice, Steve, but she's nice as well.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Anyway, Eddie, thank you very much for joining again, and it's lovely to see you. And
thank you very much. Bye bye, everybody.
See you again soon. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. There you go. That was efddie, and oh, what a good man he is, isn't he? Very good man. Very good man indeed. So everybody, share this. Please, please share this, and share it, to all your groups, to everywhere. And until next time, take care, and bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.